Good morning. It's Lisa with Lisa Heal Yourself, and today I want to talk about suicide. I want to talk about suicide again because it's an important topic, and because people with chronic illness or chronic pain or chronic fatigue or chronic illness or even chronic anxiety and chronic depression, chronic mental health disorders, chronic illness of any kind, you can feel at points in your journey so alone, so isolated, like the pain will never end. It is so severe. It's more severe than anything that you have the capability to live through, or that any human being has the capability of being able to live through. And you're so isolated. Nobody cares. Nobody could ever possibly understand or feel the depth of the suffering that you feel right now. And if you feel this way, I want to tell you that I have felt that suffering. Probably, in my opinion, more than anybody ever could. My physical and mental pain was beyond anything that I felt any human being could survive or cope with. It was akin to being doused in gasoline and lit on fire. It was akin to being tortured daily in a prison camp, in an isolation chamber. It was akin to being beaten and beaten and beaten over and over and over until you are practically dead. It was akin to being run over by a truck and left on the road nearly for dead. Okay, my suffering was so deep that I walked the streets and I didn't even feel like a human being. I could see people, I could see their smiles. Not only was there a filter of glass in between me and the other person, but there was a filter between me and the world. I couldn't grasp it. I couldn't even feel human. I felt like a wild animal, a wild beast, a non-human being, both physically, mentally, spiritually. I was broken beyond words. Physically, I was on fire from head to toe. I had pain everywhere. I was literally screaming from head to toe in pain. Emotionally, I had over 200 symptoms, both mentally and physically, and it was agonizing, excruciating. And I'm not here to tell you the woe is me story. This isn't what this is about. I only want you to know that I bring this video to you as somebody who has felt it, who has lived it, who has held on longer than any person ever thought, or myself thought that I could. Minute by minute was not a long enough period. I wanted to kill myself nanosecond by nanosecond. I had to pray. I had to clutch. I had to basically dig into the earth and beg not to kill myself, okay? This was year after year. And I want to tell you that I am on the other side. I no longer feel that way. I never thought I would get here. And I want, for those of you who don't believe me, who aren't sure that I felt it as deeply as you, please know that this was serious. The will, the strength, the determination it took to hold on second by second was, it was stronger than 1,000 armies, okay? So I was there. I know the depth of the suffering, of the pain, of the emotional, spiritual, and physical breakdown of your entire soul, your entire physical being, your entire mind, body, and soul. And I'm here to tell you that you can get to the other side. So if you are at that point and you literally feel like you cannot go another step, I'm urging you to hold on, because it might not happen today, it might not happen tomorrow, and it might not happen next month or even next year. And in my case, I was holding on year after year thinking, how can this still be going on? How can I still have to hold on so tight. And I want to tell you, it can and will end if you hang on. If you just go to that one piece inside you, that little spark, that baby part of your soul that is still alive, that is still in there, that is still you, that still wants to live, wants to be here, has a reason for being alive, whether it's to raise your children or to give something back to this world or to tell your story or to express yourself in some way. You were put here for a reason. And if your soul still feels any hope towards life, any longing to want to live, any reason that is strong enough, why, I urge you to hold on, because it can and it will pass. Okay, so let's talk about how. And now that I'm wet, I'm out here in the rain. I always find that rainy days are good days to talk about heavy subjects because nobody's out here on the road. No one's going to come by. No one's going to judge this video. And I know that can be a problem for those of us who have felt like we want to kill ourselves because we feel so much shame around this, you know, and it's a shameful topic. It's a shameful topic to talk about. It's a shameful topic to feel, and it adds to the suffering. It adds to our suffering because we feel like there's something wrong with us because we just can't cope and we can't get through it. And how could we want to feel this way when we have something or someone in our life worth living for, right? So this is a bit of a heavy topic. I'm going to take a break here. I'm going to come back and finish this video in a minute. I'm just going to get out of the rain and we'll do it in a minute. I'm back. Okay, so I just want to say that right now, if you want to commit suicide, if you're having suicidal ideation thoughts, if you are unable to cope with the pain of your life, and the only reasonable way that you see that you can get out of pain is by ending things, I want you to listen, and I want you to listen very closely. There are people, and you can call for help. You can call a hotline right now. You can go call a hotline. You can call your doctor. You can check into a mental health facility. You can do all of those things. But I will tell you from experience, and this is just my opinion, I am not a doctor, but I've lived it. Going into a mental health facility and expecting them to help you is crazy. You can do that. They will help you. They will take away, they will monitor you. They will take more of your freedoms away so that you cannot do it. And if you're at that level that you need supervision so that you will not actually go through with the act, then maybe that's what they need to do. Maybe that's what you need to do. The medications that they give you will be more harmful than helpful, in my opinion. However, if you're in this state, then maybe that's something that you need to do and that you need to look into. But if you are like I was and already have that information, have already been down that track, know how damaging the medications are, understand that the doctors won't be able to help you because maybe you've been in before and you understand this at a fundamental level, then I want you to listen to me as someone who's been there. The only thing that you can do right now is hang on. Is literally tie a rope and hang on. Draw a line in the sand, a big line in the sand, mentally, with your determination that says no matter how bad things get, I will not end it. And here's the reason why. Is because you may have people who love you, who are counting on you, and you personally have a reason that you came to this earth to fulfill a purpose here on this earth. And even if you don't know what that is yet, this is the reason. You are unique, you are needed, you are a child of the universe and God, and you are meant to be here. And you are not meant to die like this. You are meant to learn your lesson from this and get through to the other side and be able to help other people. I promise you. It may seem unfathomable that you can even go one more nanosecond in the amount of pain and suffering that you're in. But I promise you that humans are built to outlast even the most gruesome amounts of physical pain, mental pain, and torture. You can outlast it, and it will end. Nothing goes on forever. There are cycles to life. Everything cycles in this life. The threshold of pain that you're under right now will not last forever. It ebbs and flows. Things go and come. I promise it cannot stay at that level forever. I used to tell myself things like, I know a year from now I'm either going to be dead because I'm in so much pain, my body is broken down so much that it will kill me for me, or I will be better. Because the fact of the matter is, if you take a dying plant out in, anywhere in the forest, it's not going to stay in the state that it's in if you turn around next year and see it there. It will either have survived and grown and bloomed and be growing and be able to make it through, or it literally will have wilted and died. But it doesn't have to take its own life in order for that to happen. Something will happen and you will get better. Just hang on. Do the right things. Do the right next considered action. And so what I like to say is, what is the next right considered action? What can I eat? What can I think? What can I do that will push me towards health, that will push me towards getting better, right? So don't go to the freezer and grab that ice cream. Go and grab a juice, make a green juice, something like this, right? Do something. Every action should have a purpose to get you healthier as you go on, okay? So you can consciously do that. You can make a choice that every single thing that you do today is going to push you in the direction of health. All that adds up over a year. All that adds up over time. You will, I promise, see a difference if that's the approach you take to living. I also want to say that sometimes, and you will need to do the deep work that it takes to find out, you will need to sit with your deep, dark emotions and all the shadows within you in order to heal them. But you won't be able to do that right now when you're at this pain threshold and you can't imagine doing anything else other than killing yourself. You will have to take it slower. You will have to save that work for later. But if you kill yourself now, you will never get the opportunity to do the work, to do the healing work that will push you forward, that will create a new life for you, that will bring you peace and love and joy, and that will help to heal you, right? You won't get the chance if you don't hang on right now. So what can you do right now if the healing work that it is going to require, that deep emotional work it's going to require, is just too much for you to handle at this moment because you're in too much suffering and you're in survival mode, right? So what can we do? We can do anything that helps us feel a little bit better right now. What makes you feel a little bit better? Can you have your favorite tea with honey? Can you eat something that makes you feel comforted and loved? A childhood comfort food. Can you call someone who loves you? Can you cry into your pillow? Can you write a beautiful song? Can you journal? Can you express yourself in some way? Can you let any of the pain out? Can you put on beautiful music, sad music, any kind of music that helps you feel and bring you a little closer to relief? What can you let out? What can you feel? What can you let out? Can you scream? Can you cry? Can you talk to someone? Can you journal? How can you let it out just a little so that your cup, which is completely full, can tip over, can spill over, and you can have the smallest amount of relief? What can you do that will be comforting? Can you crawl into a bath? Can you drink a favorite tea? Can you put on a funny show? Can you watch something that you love? Can you curl up into someone's arms? Can you do anything that brings you even a little bit, this much joy, this much happiness, this much relief from the suffering that you're feeling, right? Anything will take the edge off till the next moment. And then when you get to the next moment, what can you do in that moment? So we're living moment to moment now. We're not creating a future plan. We're not worrying about doing all the future things it takes to get your life back on track. We're literally living in the moment. What can I do now to make myself feel this much better? And then once you've done it, what can I do now to make myself feel this much better? And you continue to do the process until you're out of crisis, until you're out of crisis for that day. And then you go to bed and you wake up, and you may have to live that way for months. I lived that way for years. I'm not saying you will have to. Many people don't, but you may have to use the minute-to-minute living until the crisis and the wave has passed. And you have enough mental and physical resources to be able to string together longer time frames, to do some more healing work that is going to take to get you out of the bigger web of pain that you're in. But for now, sometimes we boil it down to the exact minute-by-minute living, and that is always, what is the next best thing I can do? What is the next step? What can I do right now that will have me feel little bits of relief, just a little bit better than I do right now, and that's all we're looking for. That's all you're looking for in that moment. And I know that's no way to live your life long term, but I promise you, even the darkest storms end, right? Even the most violent hurricanes and tornadoes have an ending. The sun does come out. Even the most coldest, bleakest winters and spring will come. It will, but if you end it now, you will never find out. So you may have to just hold on and live moment by moment by moment until the day that you see some break, that you see spring start to emerge, right? You see the sun peeking out. Those days will come, and then they will get more and more and more as you go. It won't be linear. It will ebb and flow. So don't, it's very, very difficult. But I want to tell you that you're important. You're loved. You matter. You matter, and you have a reason for being here. And you need to find out what that reason is. And if you end it now, you'll never know. The only way that you can fulfill your vision in life is if you keep living. You can do it. You can withstand it. You have gotten to here. So it is possible for you to feel that amount of pain and keep living. Just remind yourself that it is possible. The sheer fact that I am still alive feeling this makes it possible. That I can continue to do it for 1 more second, for 5 more minutes, for 24 more hours, for another week. You can keep going. Don't look too far into the future because you will be overwhelmed and you will start to feel hopeless. And that's not what we want. We want to start to take back our power. What can I do now? How can I survive this moment? And I want you to love yourself in those moments. I did it. I want you to be proud of yourself and not feeling terrible about yourself, like guilty and shame for even being in the position where you want to kill yourself, because anyone, I can promise you, if they feel the amount of pain and suffering that you feel right now, at this moment, would also want to kill themselves. They would also feel like they too had no other option, right? You know that, and I know that, but the reason that you feel the same is because you don't know. You can't imagine that anyone else, like nobody who hasn't been there, would ever think that they could ever want to do that. But you know and I know that if they did feel the amount of suffering that you're feeling, it's not that they want to kill themselves. It's that they just want the pain to end. They just can't bear the amount or tolerate the amount or withstand it any longer. And that seems the only option because you have maybe tried so many things and you've done so many things and you literally have run out of rope or options. And I'm telling you, the rope has not run out. You have not tried everything. There is hope. There is more to try. There is more to do. And the only way you can try those things and do those things and ultimately find what will work to get you out of this pain is by holding on. That's the only way you can do it. So please, love yourself. Know that a better day is coming. Know that winter always passes into spring. And know that even the most violent storms end. And I promise, when you hold on and you get to the other side, you will know what your purpose is. And you will understand the lessons that you learned that helped you come through this. And I know that if you are feeling suicidal right now, that I know that you can make it, and I know that you will make it. And I know that one day, this will all be worth it. this too will make sense. There will have been a reason for all of this suffering. And I pray that that day comes sooner than later for you. But for right now, I ask you to hold on and to trust and to just do what you can right now to live one more moment.